Yo, what's happening? Down there, it's your boy, Ball Man, in the building. So good. Yeah. I want to bring to y'all attention who we are. You understand? And what we're about. Because there be a lot of talking shit. I watch people live and things. You understand? And the things that they put out here is untrue. About us. So I want to shine some light on some things. You know what I'm saying? So when you run into us, you already know what we're about. Uh, Now, as you all know, I make videos, about the Arucan tribe, you understand, which was a nation based up on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You understand? We are Muslims. And nine being said, you understand that, we, at this day and age, if y'all know about the Black Peace Stone Rangers, you understand, who we are, you dig. Um, y'all can run into some brothers, man, that's, you know, been about this thing since I was born. You know, this, how I'm gonna put this here. A lot of these young guys, man, they kind of got shit, missing screw, fucked up. You understand? Because they don't know better. You know, they grew up on blocks where the brothers was, and they just, so-called let them claim to be who they are, and shit like that. So they from that block or whatever. They really not, who they say they are. You feel me? Um, you know, being one of us, understand, as being a member of this organization, you understand, we the type of brothers, man, if you recognize the true brothers as being Black Peace Stones, we are the type of brothers, man, you understand, that respect our organization. You understand? Respect, everybody. You did. Hey, what's going on, Zach? Uh, the monkey, what's happening? We the type of being Black Peace Stones. You understand? We are very respected. You can tell, these true brothers, you understand, by the way we talk, by how we walk, and things like that. You understand? We are the type of brothers, man, you understand, that do things, you know, uh, peaceful. We ain't out here causing no problems, man. Any problems with any organization by one of ours, you got men, you understand, that step up and straighten shit out. You understand? We straighten our own peoples out. It don't take no other, organization or nobody a part of anything else to even put their hands or do anything, you understand, to our people. They'll come to some of our head members and we deal with that situation. You know what I'm saying? We are very peaceful individuals. So a lot of niggas got it fucked up right now. Thanks, bro. A lot of niggas got it kind of messed up. You understand? Because we wasn't taught like that. They don't know. They haven't sat down and met these men. You understand? The real men. They ain't been taught. Like I've been taught and things like that. So we gotta, you know, straighten shit out. And for these other brothers that's out here claiming to be who they are, and got these little so-called titles, you understand, ain't who they say they are. You dig? Because they ain't sitting down trying to, teach these brothers the real way how it go. You know what I'm saying? We don't have our communities messed up, and you know, we don't set up here and cause problems with other organizations. You know, we don't do such things. You know what I'm saying? It's about all honor and respect. You understand? See, the Honorable Chief Malik. You understand? Which most of you all may know him as Jeff Ford. You understand? It taught us how to you understand, be the message that we bring. You know, be you know, righteous and uplift ourselves and our families and people in the neighborhood and things like that. You feel me? So just because you run into some of these young guys and they claim to be stoned or black stoned or something like that, you understand? They ain't really under our umbrella. You understand? Because they ain't. They don't sit down. They don't go to services. They don't have these type of teachings. You know what I'm saying? They just street niggas. You know what I'm saying? That could want to be something. You know what I'm talking about? So we the type of brothers. You know what I'm saying? No sir, we've been here. You know what I'm saying? We've been on the scene. So that's why you did. Things should be. You know what I'm saying? Humble. Our community should be clean and we should be focused. You know what I'm saying? We should be our shorty should be in school, what I'm saying, or working or something like that. You feel me? We shouldn't be out here, man, you know what I'm saying, starting confusion, causing riffraffs and things like that, you understand? We are better than that. You did. So like I say, you will know the true brothers, you understand, once you see these brothers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the old school brothers that taught me, you feel me? I really, you know, I like you, brother. Uh, Big task at hand, you understand? So, it's a difference, man, you know what I'm saying? Because in being a street nigga is different. We not street niggas, you know what I'm talking about? We are outright independent and fearless guys, you understand, that know how to, get through situations, know how to talk to brothers, and, know how to respect individuals as being who they are. It don't matter who they are, you understand? So, y'all need to get to know us, man. You know what I'm saying? We truly one of them ones, you understand? We truly be that message. You feel me? You know, the Black Stones, man, is not. I mean, we will if we have to get out of our body. You understand? We will take care of any business we need to take care of. You understand? As far as straightening individuals out. You understand? In our neighborhood. You feel me? That's what it's all about, man. That's how it shit started. You feel me? We don't be out here, like that. You understand? So, for all these young niggas out here claiming to be something that they don't know about, you know, uh, they not us. These older brothers out here that ain't saying nothing to these young brothers, man. Just letting them do what they do, you understand? Uh, they forgot how to be us, you understand? We don't, me myself, man, I'm always sit back and holler at the youth and let them know, what I'm saying, how to care and, things like that, you know what I'm saying, so they can keep sustaining their life, you feel me? That's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? We are who we say we are, you understand? And we do, uh, the righteous things, you understand? We all about love, you understand? Truth, peace, freedom, and justice, you understand? So that's how we get down, man. All this shit right now, this 2000 as babies and niggas and shit like that that's out here hanging out on the corner. See, when we was at Rukins, wasn't no hanging out. Wasn't no hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's be in school. You got books in your hand. You gotta do something that's worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it do what it do. You feel me? So that's what it's about, man. But I want to let y'all know, we're gonna be back in tune with y'all every Thursday. We're gonna post something up here just to let y'all know how things really go with us. You feel me? If you listen to Denzel Washington, when he lived here, you understand, and was around this nation, you feel me? He can sum some shit up. You feel me? He wasn't about this here, but he lived around us. He knew us. You understand? And, that's the way things went. You understand? So y'all can Google that. Google Denzel Washington. And the Black Peace Stone Rangers. It was a blessing and honor. You can have somebody of such status to let people know how we was and what we was about. You understand? We are some just men, man. You know what I'm saying? All this confusion, and this writing on walls, disrespecting people's shit, their neighborhoods. That ain't us. You understand? See, back in the days, you want to do that. If that was done, we'd have been got our butts tore up. By them, and then went home, and your mom and pops tore you up. You understand? We need these nations back, man. And it sounds how it was. You feel me? Because life is too short, man. We gotta get off the bandwagon. You feel me? We gotta do things that's gonna make us persistent. You understand? To sustain our ability to live, man. For real, for real. So like I said, man, shout out to all these brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna name a few of them. What I'm talking about, which is Abakan. You understand? The Gishmael, Rico, Omar, you understand, and the list goes on and on. For these brothers that's on the scene, I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the young Omar, you understand, and those others. So we gotta get together, man. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to check these videos out. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all might live around individuals, and you still gotta, if you know somebody that's in authority, you know what I'm saying, that you can watch and see how he carries himself, then you'll know that's one of the real guys. So if you ever had any problem or issue, you can go and report our young brothers, whatever they did. Go report them to that brother, you know what I'm saying, and make sure, he's gonna make sure everything taken care of the way it's supposed to be taken care of. You understand? So with that being said, man, next week I'm gonna have something else on this joint. Respect is everything. You know what I'm talking about? Let me tell y'all something, man. Real is rare. Fake is everywhere. You feel me? Know that. So with that being said, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Ball man in the building, man. I'm gonna get with y'all later. Peace out, man.